Now, isn't that interesting? They'll spend hours scrolling through social media looking at what everyone else is doing, but won't spend 30 minutes planning their own future. They'll invest countless hours following someone else's journey, but won't invest a single hour in their own development. Let me tell you why I'm passionate about this topic of focusing on yourself in 2025. You see, personal development is like farming. You've got to be patient enough to plant the seeds, disciplined enough to nurture them, and wise enough to know that the harvest doesn't come overnight. The power of self-focus. Let me share something powerful with you. Your life will never change until you change. External circumstances don't determine your destiny, internal decisions do. Isn't that fascinating? Most people are waiting for their lives to change, waiting for their circumstances to improve, waiting for someone to come and rescue them. But here's what I've learned. Waiting is not a strategy. You see, in 2025, you've got to make a fundamental decision. Are you going to be a player or a spectator in your own life? Are you going to be on the field or in the stands? Because here's what's crucial. Life pays off on the field, not in the stands. Let me give you a formula for focusing on yourself that I've used for years. First, you've got to take full responsibility for your life. No blaming, no complaining, no excuses. Second, you've got to have a plan, not a wish, not a hope, but a detailed plan for your personal development. Third, you've got to take massive action on that plan every single day. The art of self-investment. Now, let me talk about something that most people never understand, the importance of investing in yourself. You see, most people will readily invest in their car, their house, their wardrobe, but they hesitate to invest in themselves. Isn't that interesting? They'll spend $30,000 on a car that depreciates, but won't spend $300 on a seminar that appreciates. Here's what you need to understand about self-investment in 2025. Everything in your life gets better when you get better. Your income, your relationships, your health, your happiness, it all improves when you improve. That's why I say personal development isn't just something you do. It's the most important thing you do. Let me give you some specific areas where you need to invest in yourself this year. First, invest in your mind. Read books, good books, not just any books. You see, some books waste time, but the right books waste no time. Read at least 30 minutes every day. That's minimum. If you read just 30 minutes a day, do you know how many books you could read in a year? 15 to 20 books. Isn't that fascinating? Second, invest in your skills. Whatever you do, become excellent at it. Excellence is not an accident, it's a habit. It's the result of consistent, deliberate practice. If you're in sales, become the best salesperson. If you're a teacher, become the best teacher. If you're a parent, become the best parent. Third, invest in your health. You see, some people are so busy making a living, they forget to make a life. They're so focused on success, they neglect their health. But here's what's crucial. Your body is the only place you have to live. Take care of it. The power of solitude. Now let me share something profound about focusing on yourself. You need time alone. You see, in our hyper-connected world, most people are afraid of solitude. They can't stand being alone with their thoughts. Isn't that interesting? They'll do anything to avoid it. Turn on the TV, check their phone, call somebody, anything to avoid being alone with themselves. But here's what I've discovered. All great thinking happens in solitude. All great planning happens in solitude. All great vision casting happens in solitude. You've got to create time for yourself to think, to plan, to dream, to strategize. Let me give you a challenge for 2025. Spend at least 1 hour every day in solitude. No phone, no TV, no distractions. Just you, your thoughts, and your plans. You see, the quality of your life will be determined by the quality of your thinking, and quality thinking requires quality time. The art of self-reflection. Let's talk about something that's often overlooked, the power of self-reflection. You see, most people go through life reacting to what happens to them. They're like leaves in the wind, blown wherever life takes them. But successful people, They reflect, they analyze, they learn from their experiences. Here's what you need to do in 2025. At the end of each day, take time to reflect. Ask yourself these questions. What did I learn today? What did I do well? What could I have done better? What am I grateful for? You see, life is not just about accumulating experiences, it's about learning from them. And here's something fascinating about self-reflection. It turns experience into insight. Without reflection, experience is just something that happened to you. With reflection, it becomes wisdom that can guide you. The power of self-discipline. Now let me share something crucial about focusing on yourself. It requires tremendous self-discipline. You see, self-discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. It's the bridge between dreams and reality. It's the bridge between who you are and who you want to become. In 2025, you've got to become a master of self-discipline. And here's what's fascinating about self-discipline. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. The less you exercise it, the weaker it gets. Let me give you a formula for developing self-discipline. First, start with small commitments and keep them. If you say you're going to get up at 6 a.m., get up at 6 a.m. If you say you're going to read for 30 minutes, read for 30 minutes. You see, every time you keep a commitment to yourself, you build self-trust. Every time you break a commitment to yourself, you erode self-trust. The art of self-care. Let's talk about something that's often misunderstood, self-care. You see, some people think self-care is selfish. But here's what I've learned, self-care isn't selfish, it's necessary. You can't give what you don't have. You can't pour from an empty cup. In 2025, make self-care a priority. And I'm not just talking about massages and spa days. I'm talking about real self-care, taking care of your physical health, your mental health, your emotional health, your spiritual health. Here's a powerful formula for self-care. First, take care of your body. Exercise regularly, eat nutritiously, get enough sleep. Second, take care of your mind. Feed it good information, protect it from negativity, give it time to rest. Third, take care of your spirit. Spend time in prayer or meditation, practice gratitude, cultivate peace. The power of self-awareness. Now let me share something profound about focusing on yourself. You've got to develop self-awareness. You see, most people go through life on automatic pilot. They don't know why they do what they do, why they feel what they feel, why they react the way they react. In 2025, become a student of yourself. Study your patterns, your triggers, your habits, your beliefs. Because here's what's fascinating. You can't change what you're not aware of. You can't improve what you don't understand. Let me give you a formula for developing self-awareness. First, pay attention to your thoughts. What do you think about most often? What worries you? What excites you? Second, pay attention to your emotions. What makes you angry? What brings you joy? What causes you stress? Third, pay attention to your actions. What do you do automatically? What habits serve you? What habits harm you? The art of self-expression. Let's talk about something that's crucial for personal growth, self-expression. You see, most people live their lives trying to be what others want them to be. They suppress their true selves, hide their authentic voices, deny their genuine desires. Isn't that interesting? They spend their whole lives playing a role instead of being who they really are. In 2025, make it your mission to express your authentic self. And here's what's fascinating about authenticity. It's not something you create, it's something you uncover. It's not something you learn, it's something you remember. Here's a powerful formula for self-expression. First, get clear about who you are. What are your values? What are your beliefs? What matters most to you? Second, have the courage to be that person. Don't try to be someone else. Don't try to live someone else's life. Be uniquely, authentically, unapologetically you. The power of self-direction. Now, let me share something crucial about focusing on yourself. You've got to take control of your direction in life. You see, most people are living by default, not by design. They're letting life happen to them instead of making life happen for them. In 2025, become the CEO of your life. And here's what's fascinating about being the CEO of your life. Nobody else can do it for you. Nobody else should do it for you. It's your life, your journey, your responsibility. Let me give you a formula for self-direction. First, get clear about what you want. Not what others want for you, not what society expects of you, but what you want. Second, create a detailed plan to achieve it. Third, take massive action on that plan every single day. The art of self-mastery. Let's talk about something that's often overlooked, the importance of self-mastery. You see, most people are trying to master everything except themselves. They want to master their job, master their finances, master their relationships, but they never focus on mastering themselves. In 2025, make self-mastery your highest priority. Because here's what's crucial: when you master yourself, everything else becomes easier. When you master yourself, you master life. Here's a powerful formula for self-mastery. First, master your thoughts. Your thoughts create your emotions. Your emotions drive your actions, and your actions determine your results. Second, master your time. Time is life. How you spend your time is how you spend your life. Third, master your habits. Your habits create your future. The power of self-belief. Now, let me share something profound about focusing on yourself. You've got to develop unshakable self-belief. You see, most people have more faith in their doubts than in their abilities. Isn't that interesting? They believe more strongly in what they can't do than in what they can do. In 2025, strengthen your self-belief. And here's what's fascinating about self-belief. It's not something you're born with, it's something you build. It's not something you find, it's something you create. Let me give you a formula for building self-belief. First, keep the promises you make to yourself. Every kept promise builds trust in yourself. Second, celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Success breeds success. Third, surround yourself with people who believe in you. You become what you're around. The art of self-leadership. Let's talk about something that's crucial for personal development, self-leadership. You see, most people are waiting for someone else to lead them to success. But here's what I've learned. The most important leadership is self-leadership. In 2025, become an excellent self-leader. And here's what's fascinating about self-leadership. It's not about controlling others. It's about controlling yourself. It's not about managing others. It's about managing yourself. Here's a powerful formula for self-leadership. First, lead by example. Be what you want to see. Do what you want others to do. Second, take responsibility for your results. No blame, no excuses, no justifications. Third, constantly improve yourself. The better you become, the better you can lead. The power of self-worth. Now, let me share something profound about focusing on yourself. You've got to develop a strong sense of self-worth. You see, most people base their worth on external things, their job, their income, their possessions, their relationships. Isn't that interesting? They let their circumstances determine their value. In 2025, build your self-worth from the inside out. Because here's what's crucial: when you know your worth, you don't need others to validate it. When you value yourself, you don't need others to value you. Let me give you a formula for building self-worth. First, stop comparing yourself to others. Your only competition is who you were yesterday. Second, focus on your progress, not perfection. Celebrate how far you've come, not how far you have to go. Third, invest in yourself. The more you invest in yourself, the more valuable you become. The art of self-forgiveness. Let's talk about something that's often neglected, the importance of self-forgiveness. You see, most people are harder on themselves than they are on anyone else. They hold on to past mistakes, past failures, past disappointments. But here's what I've learned: you can't move forward if you're always looking backward. In 2025, practice self-forgiveness. And here's what's fascinating about self-forgiveness. It's not about forgetting what happened. It's about learning from what happened. It's not about excusing mistakes. It's about growing from mistakes. Here's a powerful formula for self-forgiveness. First, acknowledge what happened. Don't deny it, don't minimize it, don't justify it. Second, learn from it. Extract the wisdom, understand the lesson, make the changes. Third, let it go. The past is a place of reference, not a place of residence. bringing it all together. Now, let me bring all this together for you. Focusing on yourself in 2025 isn't about being selfish. It's about being strategic. It's about being intentional. It's about being responsible for your own growth and development. You see, when you focus on yourself, really focus on yourself, something magical happens. Your confidence grows. Your capabilities expand. Your contribution increases. And here's what's fascinating. The more you develop yourself, the more you can help others. The more you grow, the more you can give. The challenge. Let me give you a challenge for 2025. For the next 365 days, make yourself your most important project. Invest in yourself daily. Work on yourself consistently. Focus on yourself intentionally. And here's something powerful about this challenge. The time will pass anyway. 1 year from now, you'll be 1 year older. The question is, will you be 1 year better? Will you be 1 year wiser? Will you be 1 year stronger? Remember this, success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. And who you become is determined by how much you focus on your personal development. Final thoughts. Let me leave you with this final thought. Your life will never be better than your personal development. Your income will never exceed your personal development. Your relationships will never be stronger than your personal development. Your contribution will never be greater than your personal development. You see, everything in your life gets better when you get better. Everything in your life grows when you grow. Everything in your life improves when you improve. So make 2025 your year of self-focus. Make it your year of self-investment. Make it your year of self-development, because here's what's crucial. Nobody else can do it for you. Nobody else should do it for you. This is your life, your journey, your responsibility. The opportunity is yours. The choice is yours. The future is yours. What are you going to do with it? Remember, life will pay any price you ask of it. If you ask for pennies, life will give you pennies. If you ask for dollars, life will give you dollars. If you ask for a fortune, life will give you a fortune. But you must ask. You must focus. You must take action. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is the actions you take every day. Not next week, not next month, not when the time is right. Every day. So start today. Start now. Make the decision to focus on yourself. Make the commitment to develop yourself. Make the investment in yourself. Because in the end, it's not what others think about you that matters. It's not what others say about you that counts. It's not what others do for you that determines your success. What matters is what you think about yourself. What counts is what you say to yourself. What determines your success is what you do for yourself. The time is now. The person is you. The focus is self-development. Let me leave you with this thought. 2025 isn't just another year. It's your year of intense self-focus. Start today by investing 1 hour in yourself. Remember what we discussed. Your life will never be better than your personal development. Carry this truth with you. When you work on yourself, everything else in life works better. Make these commitments. Spend time in solitude each day. Invest in your personal development. Practice self-awareness. Build your self-discipline. Take control of your direction. You see, 5 years from now, you'll be the same person you are today, except for two things: the books you read and the actions you take. So read the right books and take the right actions. The time will pass anyway. Make it count. Remember, success is not what you pursue. It's what you attract by the person you become. And who you become, that's entirely up to you. The future belongs to those who prepare for it today. Make 2025 your year of transformation. The decision is yours. The time is now. The person is you. Thank you and God bless. This closing message reinforces the key themes of self-focus, personal development, and taking action while maintaining Jim Rohn's characteristic style and wisdom. Would you like me to adjust any part of this closing message?